From Gmail to Google Docs to Google Meet to Drive, Google is packed with productivity features. But most small business owners are only scratching the surface of what's possible. I want to share with you some of my best tips to help you get the most out of Google Workspace so you can stay productive and get more done. To get started, you want to head to the Google Workspace website and get signed up. Now, Google will give you a trial and you can use that to test out how everything works. But keep in mind that if you switch your DNS records so your domain name starts sending emails into Google, well, you're going to have to find a way to back those up if you decide to cancel the trial and not proceed. There are different plans available for Workspace, and the minimum plan that I would recommend for business owners is the Business Standard plan. The basic plan is maybe useful if you're just a sole operator and don't need to interact with anyone else, but the Business Standard plan gives you some really cool features. One of those is the ability to set up shared drives, which means you can have company-owned drives that you share with any contractors outside the business or any staff inside the business that you control, meaning that if someone else wants to delete a file, you have to give them permission to delete files. And that's very useful when you're working with a contractor or someone outside your business who may be creating files for you, but may not be as diligent as you at keeping tabs on which files need to be kept and which files need to be deleted. Second great feature the Business Standard has is the ability to record your meetings. If you're using Google Meet, you can hit the record button, and not only will Google transcribe those meetings for you, but it will keep a video recording of the whole meeting, and it will place that video automatically into your Google Drive. Now, I love that feature because having manually used Zoom a long time ago, I had to manually render the recordings after each meeting, or I had to pay for additional cloud storage as I was recording each one of my calls.
Google's AI, Gemini, can even take notes and generate a summary of the meeting for you automatically, so you don't have to go back and rewatch the whole recording just to remember what was decided.
Now, nowadays, it's more and more important to record our calls because of what's said on a meeting may come back to bite us at some point in the future, being that we're in a very litigious society right now. And so my preference is to record everything, and having that recorded and automatically placed in my Google Drive means that I've automatically got as much data as possible saved as my Google account can handle. Now, the tech side of the setup is pretty straightforward. You're following the wizard and you're making small changes to your DNS records. There's one thing I want to make sure that you remember because the Google wizard doesn't always tell you about it, and that's SPF. Now, this is a setting that you need to set in your DNS, and you want to make sure you get it correctly because if you don't get this right, well, then your emails might end up in people's spam mailboxes, and we don't want that. Click the link down below for a guide on how to get that done. Once you're signed up, let's talk about using some of my favorite apps. Now, jumping into Gmail, it's going to look pretty familiar to using your existing Gmail address.
You see, you can switch on Gemini, Google's built-in AI, which uses the data in your account to suggest replies to emails and remind you to follow up when you haven't heard back. And it also gives you the ability to have Gemini draft entire emails for you. You can quickly reply or have Gemini write the email for you from scratch, a feature I love.
If you need more help with what we've covered in this video, itGenius provides support services to businesses all over the world with problems just like this. Click the link below to get started.